Tori.
What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Truex, the sports junkie. Man, look at this, man. Hey, man. Big LSU. You already know what type of time we're on. Welcome to the MDS show, man. Hey, man, this is what I'm going to do, man. I know we running a little late, but I'm going to smack these boys around a little bit today. And, I'm going to let them get on to next week. But what up, box office, man? You've been blowing up my my phone with nonsense. We here now. What's up?
Hey, I just want to let the viewers know. See, I want you to know, if you ever are in trouble and you need to reach somebody real quick, do not reach out to X. He will not answer. What I do every August is the way I get ready for the Colts and the Longhorns is I go shopping, online shopping. I buy a couple of shirts for that year, just to keep up. And I see a dope LSU shirt. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna hook my boy up. I texted X. I said, X, what's your address? Guess what? He never answered, so he ain't getting no damn shirt. He ain't getting no. I try to be nice.
I didn't even know.
I try to be nice, but he want to ignore me. So now
I didn't ignore you.
It was actually a dope LSU shirt, and I try to hook you up, but you want to be a bad friend. Now Steve knows that he can't call you in the middle of an emergency. So, anyways, I got myself a shirt. It was not the LSU shirt.
You got your dope LSU
shirt. So I'm ready for Longhorn season. I bought a Arch Manning jersey. Woo!
Hey, we still meeting up at Death Valley?
Hey, if X hooks me up, I'm in.
I am.
If X hooks me up, I'm in.
I'm working on it right now. I promise you, I'm waiting on some stuff. Oh, but speaking of that, I got my new lanyard for the year, baby. Let's go.
And hey, like I said, if X hooks me up, I'm in there. I'll meet up. But until then, he gets no shirt. And I guarantee you, see, he's not going to answer us, just like he ignored me the other day. But anyways, happy to be on the show.
I know where he live. I'll pull up.
I'm excited, man. We're getting close to football season, so let's get to it.
Definitely. And then I got my brother, man. See, man, don't listen to that dude, bro. I try to answer my phone, but sometimes I'm just busy, man.
Man, you ain't busy. And the worst part is, when I texted him, 10 minutes later, this fool posts a story about the WNBA. I said, bruh, I know you on your damn phone. You watching missed layups and stuff, but you can't answer me. I'm trying to be nice, bruh. So you were on your phone. You were on your phone.
Hold on. Because I want to admit something right now. My mom says the same thing box office is saying right now. My wife says the same thing. Yep. My brother said the same thing. Like, bro, they're like, I'll never call you, X. You don't answer your phone. I think Steve even said it a few times. You don't answer your phone. But here's the thing. I got 5 kids, bro. My little boy stays with my phone in his hand, playing Roblox, and then I may grab it and be like, okay, let me do this, and I give it back to him. A lot of times I don't have my phone, I swear.
Well, when you get your phone back from your kids, check your text messages before you check the WNBA story you got to post.
Like my son might close out the notification, and if I don't see a notification, I don't worry about it.
Boy, ain't that crazy how them kids know how to do all that now, bro?
Yeah, bro. I swear to God, I never saw that you said ask for my address, bro. I never saw that text.
Well, you might get a shirt next year. You ain't getting one this year.
What up, C, man?
Man, what's the deal, man? Mr. C, the trendsetter. Nobody does it better. AKA the whole damn show. I'm here so we can begin, bro. Let's go.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Go Tigers, man. Fire show for y'all tonight, man. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Football season's right around the corner, so we're gonna start breaking stuff down for y'all. We're gonna tell you who's gonna win the Big 12 today. But with that being said, see where we starting, man.
All right, box office just mentioned something, man. So we'll just get this nonsense out the way first, bro.
Hey, bro, why we gotta call it nonsense, bro? Y'all are just
No,
so
what box office
disrespectful,
want to talk about is nonsense, bro.
bro.
So you run the story down to us, box office, since you suggested this topic.
All right. So basically, it actually wasn't just me picking out a random topic because I don't watch the WNBA. But from what I was reading on Twitter and stuff, Caitlin Clark's teammate, Sophie Cunningham, sparked the debate. And I'm going to read it because I need like the article because I don't know a lot of
Context, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it says Sophie Cunningham sparked the debate after publicly saying she believes women's sports should be protected and that transgender women should not compete against biological females, right? So then they started asking a lot of the coaches after that. And then they also asked Caitlin Clark on her opinion. And Caitlin Clark got pulled into the conversation because she's Cunningham's teammate. And she avoided taking a side and said those decisions should be handled by leagues and governing bodies rather than individual players. And then what I saw is the Golden State coach,
Golden State, yep,
Natalie Nakase, and Cheryl Reeve of the Minnesota Lynx both criticized Sophie Cunningham and said they support transgender athletes playing in the WNBA. So me just looking at, and plus I saw one of the coaches, I don't know which one, was wearing a transgender support shirt. So I was like, oh, this has to be a story because it was all over my Twitter. So basically, first off, I want to start off by saying I think Caitlin Clark is a fraud in this situation.
Oh, here we go.
Caitlin Clark, she's the biggest name and she's the biggest draw, and she drives most of the ratings. And I do agree with her to an extent that, yeah, it's not up to her to decide, but they asked her her opinion. So why back down from that? I even saw like an older video where they asked Caitlin Clark, what would happen if you played like in like a men's league? She said, I would get dominated, because obviously they're stronger, they're faster. Why not just say that then this time around? Like, she completely ducked it. She should have just said, yeah, I mean, I think Sophie's right, honestly. But at the end of the day, yeah, the league should decide. So I don't understand people not like answering like question and ducking. Like I don't understand that mindset, right? Now, even though I disagree wholeheartedly with the two coaches, and like I disagreed about Dawn Staley a couple years ago, we talked about it on here. At least they answered. Like, at least, like, now I totally disagree with their opinion, but at least they said their opinion. I think they're delusional. I think they're crazy, but at least they said it. I thought Caitlin Clark was a fraud in this situation. Answer a damn question. Stop ducking. Like, what are you scared of? She's scared of, I don't know, losing her sponsors or whatever, bruh. I don't want, not all money is good money. Like, I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to sell out with something I disagree with completely. So that's my thing.
But what if she doesn't disagree completely? What if she's like open? I'm just saying. I'm just playing hypothetical.
I disagree, but at least she said it.
Right. But what if she is scared? How old is Caitlin Clark? What, 23, I believe? 20.
I have no idea.
Yeah. What if she's
scared? 25.
Yeah, like what if she's scared to lose her sponsorships? Because regardless of whatever you believe, you're gonna get backlash, right? Sophie Cunningham got backlash, the coaches get backlash. Whoever you are, you're gonna get backlash. Whatever stands you take. So what I'm saying to you is, what if Caitlin Clark is like, you know what? That's not for me to decide, bro. Like you said, that's for them to decide. I play basketball.
Well, continuing on, I like what Aaron Rodgers said about it like a year ago. I was watching on a McAfee show. They asked him about it, and he said the trans women movement is actually anti-women, which is exactly spot on. Like they're contradicting if you're supporting one, but also trying to have an all woman movement, right? It doesn't go hand in hand. So I thought Aaron Rodgers put it really well. I think this is ridiculous, and I can't believe we've come to like this type of situation in 2026 where we're debating this. Like this is not. I don't think it's an opinion. It's like what's biological here, like what's the truth here. So I've always said, y'all have daughters, think about you signing up your daughter for a sport, you're spending money for 15 years and your daughter becomes the best at that sport, and then they let men compete and obviously they're going to get dogged. So it's just
that's how I feel.
I mean, that's the right way to think, but let's say they get beat, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be like, bro, that's not a woman. So my thing is,
if the league that they play in, me and my cousin Justin, he used to be on the show with us. We had to talk about this, and I'm gonna say how I feel about the whole situation in a second. But my thing is, if my daughter signs up to play in the WNBA, I'm just using, let's just say 20 years from now or 15 years from now, and the WNBA allows transgender to play in the WNBA, my daughter's gonna know that going into
it. Yep.
So you can't complain if that's what you signed up for. If you signed up for it, how can you sit? I don't know. Like that to me, that's kind of crazy. Like why?
But that's the thing.
Why even play?
But that's the thing, X. No one signed up for it as of right now.
Right.
And let's say the WNBA allowed that. And as much as these damn coaches are saying, yeah, let them play. Well, when a man plays on the other team and destroys them, they're gonna be like, all right, this is not fair. And they've officially come to their senses. So I just think all of this is blasphemy. I just think people need to like just be real and upfront and like just be like, all right, bro, this is absurd. Right? Like imagine LeBron, 43 years old, says, I'm retiring from the WNBA. I declare myself a she, whatever it is, she, her, and I'm going to go play in the WNBA. LeBron would average 100 points a game, okay? So even at 43. So I just think, I know this is a goofy topic, but the coaches actually said they freaking agree, just like Dawn Staley said a couple years ago, if they say they're a woman, they can play. And I just think that they're being goofy. And I think this whole thing is laughable. And I'm on Sophie Cunningham's side. She's absolutely right.
Okay, so see, you want to go? You want me to go?
Let me go next.
Okay.
Number one, this is what's wrong with sports media today. That's terrible journalism. Why is that even a question? Why is that a question?
Well, I think it's a question because they know some of these coaches are gonna say they disagree.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, why is that even relevant? Is there even a push for people saying, yeah, I'm transgender, I want to work on playing the WNBA? Is there a controversy about a transgender player that's been trying to get in the WNBA and they've been held out and they're finna put a big vote up to it or anything? There's no reason for that question. There's no reason for that question at all. But besides the fact to start an argument, to start a unfair dialogue, it's a gotcha question, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but gotcha questions, I think, always happen in the in media. Now, sometimes they keep it, specific for that team, like, like, what did you think about your wide receivers performance today? And you're the quarterback and you dropped 4 balls, right? It's kind of a gotcha question, but
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's good journalism and there's poor journalism. This is something that's out of nowhere. This is something strictly for the purpose of starting controversy.
Yep. And dividing people.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. So it's not even a relevant question. Like, if that would be a relevant gotcha question, it's something that you know that this quarterback is not going to answer. And if he does, woohoo, boy, do I have a sound bite. But it's not even a relevant question. This is something that you did this specifically to start a conversation and gain attention for something stupid. No, that's not even relevant. That's not even something that's even on the table right now in the WNBA. And it's really hadn't been a topic in any sport. Period. I think they had like one transgender UFC fighter or mixed martial art fighter, and that's the one that you most definitely should not allow. The mixed martial arts or boxing, that shouldn't be. Transgender should not be able to go against a woman. And I do agree with that. As far as WNBA, as far as that, bro, I just don't think it's a thing. I don't think it'll ever be a thing. Because it's like, of course, box office goes with the most extreme situation. What if LeBron decides he wants to go play? That's never gonna happen either. Like these are things like that's hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? You try to make a huge situation to drive your point about something, but it just doesn't make sense. I like to deal with realistic and facts. That's just not something that's gonna happen. But let's just say, like you said,
sorry to cut you off. I'll give you an example. So it's apparently trending that there's some French guy now, girl, whatever, named Julie that's averaging 20-20 in
sorry as hell. He averaging 20 and he's a dude.
I agree. But anyways, they let him play over there with the women. And he said he's ready for the WNBA if they call him.
And they're going to tear his ass up in the WNBA. If he's averaging 20 over there, he come over here and play with these girls in the WNBA. The boy not going to average 6, bro.
But the point is they're not going to because they actually have a problem with that. They just keep saying that they're for it. They're full of crap. That's my point.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you asked me a question. You asked me a question as a competitor, right? As a competitor. That's how I feel Don Staley's response was. Do you have a problem with transgender women? Well, I don't care. Bring that ass over here. That's how she felt. That's what her response was off being a competitor. I don't care. Bring her over here. I bet you that one transgender they have on there not gonna be able to beat my South Carolina team. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how she felt. And I ain't mad at her for feeling like that. I just don't think it's a logical thing. Like you said, the dude, what you said his name, Julie?
Yeah.
Julie bring his ass over here and watch Angel Wilson one bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's sorry. These are people that were sorry as men. And like what was it, that swimmer that time? He was like the 120th ranked swimmer as a man, and he
became quickly the fastest woman.
Yeah, exactly. Like things like that. I think okay, and then they said, well, no, he can't compete anymore, right? They stopped it because it was obvious that he was genetically a man, and he's stronger muscles, fast twitch speed, all that stuff, right? So those type of things, I don't think that these are going to become a problem. And I think that for that journalist to bring that up, I thought that was just in poor taste and tacky. It's like it's not a relevant situation. You're just bringing up something to bring it up to start controversy, man. And those are the type of people that I don't believe should be in these locker rooms, being able to ask these questions. Those are the type of people that don't need jobs in journalism and sports journalism.
But if it's clearly science and biological, then why not just answer a question? Yeah, I think we should follow the science, and the science says we're genetically different, and I think we should be separate because of that.
You talking about what Caitlyn did? Caitlyn's
No, Caitlin completely ignored that. I'm saying I would answer it if that way. I'd be like, no, like the science says what the science says. We're completely different genetically. Men are usually more superior in terms of athleticism. We should keep
Box
it.
office. Box office. That's your personal take, and that's what you would say because you don't have anything to lose. Caitlin Clark has so much to lose.
I'm sure Sophie Cunningham does too. She answered.
Not as Caitlin.
Sure. But I'm just saying, like, Dawn
This
Staley
is what I wanted to tell you, bro. And I love you my brother. But this is why when you was texting me, I was like, I'm not about to send this dude this long lengthy. I know we was kind of like, little things. But here's what I don't understand. You spend all of your time disrespecting the WNBA. You say it's not worth watching. It's garbage. They can't make a layup. Nobody cares about that. But the moment something like this comes up, you're positioning yourself as a defender of women's sports. That's where I'm like kind of lost at. Because which is it? If you truly care about protecting women's sports, then that concern should be extended beyond this one topic. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I'm just telling you what I think, regardless of whatever's going on. I think you should be including, advocating for women, regardless if you think it's the greatest sport in the world. If that's my thing. How to get better investments, respect fair opportunities for them. That's where I'm at with it. I just don't understand the mindset behind it because, it's almost like, and I told you this, I almost believe like you're becoming like more like political than you are actually about the sport now, because now it's like if this wasn't a topic, you would be mad that we're starting with the W. You would be like, why are we even talking about the WNBA? And that's where I'm kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
I'll answer that. I want women's sports to be good and it to be taken serious, right? Even if I don't watch it, right? But the difference is the women have become delusional. That's my problem. They want higher pay, but the league's never profited. That's delusion. They want the WNBA to be taken more serious. They'd catch Angel Reese and the Paige Buckner, or whatever the hell her last name is, betting on the sport, and the players do not get even suspended, fined, or anything.
But I think
so that's my issue is if we're going to start a league, if we're going to take it serious, then let's be serious and make it a serious thing.
But you're talking about those topics, but you don't ever talk about the game itself. Like never. Like you're not even interested. And when you do talk about it, you talk down on it. I can tell you that I'm not defending Angel Reese and Paige Buckers in this sense. I saw that video. I thought they were clowning around. Now, granted, should they have been playing like that? Maybe not. And I do think that in my heart, I'm not saying this was the case. I do believe the commissioner reached out to him and was like, y'all, we can't do that. Even if y'all just joking around, it puts a bad taste in people's mouth if, we're not doing nothing about it. So that's just my take. I could be completely wrong about it because I didn't really follow up on that. Because like
especially
I told you,
when they go out there and they have that performance at the All-Star game after doing that at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't think all I'm saying is I'm all for it. Look, if you want to have these comments, if you would tell me, look, X, I'm not the biggest WNBA, but you wouldn't bash it and tear it down, I would be like, well, okay, he's talking about these different topics, but I feel like you be tearing down the women's game.
Well, because they've been delusional. That's my thing. Like for example, you posted today that Cleveland got a new team. Bruh, the league hasn't profited. Like, why are they opening up more franchises? That's like me having 3 restaurants that none of them have profited, and I'm opening up a 4th one.
But I'm trying to, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. There's a lot, bro, I can name a million companies. Uber's one, for example. You know how long it took before Uber started profiting? Like, companies take time to build. I know you can say, well, X, golly, the WNBA has been around for quite some time. They came back, they left, they came back. But now they have like that piece, like you always say, the box office person, Caitlin Clark, right? The evaluation right now, the value. What's the value? I'm not even pulling. I swear, I have nothing in my hand. What is the value? What is the WNBA value right now? If you pull it up, it's valued at, as far as according to Forbes. Let's just say Forbes. What do they value that WNBA? Because I know Golden State is worth a whole lot of money.
It says, according to Forbes, the WNBA's 13 existing franchises are worth a combined $5 billion.
See, that's what I'm saying.
With an average team of 414 million. This represents a 52% surge in overall team valuations compared to the previous year, driven by record-breaking fan engagement, rise in attendance, and media rights deal. And I know
it takes time. Like, when you start a company, I mean, C's a business owner. I owned a couple of things. You don't necessarily make profit right away. It takes time, especially like for this type of conglomerate, like this type of business. It is huge. You're talking about big money going out to all these different people to how to make your money back. They just, like I'm telling you, they have big investors. The NBA is a big investor in the WNBA. So I'm just telling you, you got to give it a chance. If they're getting all these expansion teams, it's because, trust me, those investors are saying, oh, yeah, we're about to get a return on our money, because there's no way that you're going to keep investing in something that's not going to bring your money back. No business person's going to do that, bro. That's all I'm saying. My thing is, bro, look, whether you agree with Sophie or you agree with the coaches, and I'm going to tell you, because you asked me to answer the question I was going to answer on the show, I completely disagree with the coaches saying the transgender should play in the WNBA. I've said that before when we talked about it with Dawn Staley. But my thing is, I have a daughter, but if my daughter was playing, I told this to my cousin Justin, if we knew that going in, that they have a transgender, you know what I'm saying, transgender girls, guys in the WNBA, and my daughter still wants to play basketball, we're not going to make an excuse if you get to the WNBA. You can't make that excuse. I know right now it's a little different, but I'm talking about for my daughter, right? So I don't agree with it. I think there should be a transgender league. If you want to play basketball or whatever sport it is, playing a transgender, it shouldn't be with the women. But that, neither here nor there. I respect everybody's opinion. Like Caitlin Clark said, it's not up to me. I don't run the WNBA. At the end of the day, they have to decide on what they're going to do. But, unfortunately, I just want you to be consistent along the way. Be for women's sports. Don't tear it down. Listen, if you don't like it, it's cool. I'm not even saying you have to be a fan, box office. I swear, like, you never have to watch a WNBA game. But there's a difference between being not a fan and tearing something down. That's my issue. I just feel like you constantly, and maybe you just trolling with me. Maybe you're not out here on the street saying,
yeah, it's only with you.
Right. So I just don't want you to tear down the game. Are they as good as the men? No. I mean, they're not as strong as the men. But, dog, I'm telling you, like, as a guy that coached basketball, sees coach basketball, he may not like the women's game, but I am telling you, they play good basketball, bro. I'm not just saying it because I watch it. I'm serious. Like, they move the ball. They play the way that you, as a coach, try to teach the game. That's just the God honest truth, bro.
Well, I respect you at least putting your opinion out there on it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing I told you on the text message. That was one thing I was really being serious about. We never have to agree. I think that's what I'm okay with us having disagreements. I think that's cool in the world for us to have disagreements. Where it goes left to me is when it doesn't matter what the disagreement's on. It could be on this topic. It could be on something as silly as who's better, LeBron or Michael. But when you start like belittling people and calling them outside of their names and doing stuff like that, that's what divides people. I'm just being honest with you, bro. That's what divides people. We don't have to do that. I can respect your opinion. I don't have to agree with it, though. I can say, no, I don't agree with that. And it can be what it is. But it shouldn't be us calling each other out of our names and belittling each other. I don't think that's healthy as far as if we're trying to grow anything in this world.
Fair enough.
On this particular subject, I think it's more the transgender part and the WNBA part that box office is not in agreement with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no, he's not a fan of the WNBA, which I can honestly say I'm not a fan of the WNBA. But I did say this. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. I did see on one of the podcasts I was watching, I forget which one it was. A guy had a great idea. He said, "Bro, if you want people to really start watching WNBA, allow each team to have one G League player on their team. Allow them to have one G League player on their team. That G League player can play. He can't play the whole game, but put a limit on how much he can play. But put one G League player on each team, and allow it, and that would help the G League player. help the G League player. B, make the games way more exciting. Because think about it. Say Matt McClung plays on one of these WNBA teams. You not watching it?
I'm watching the way it is now.
Not for long.
Yeah, I don't think that people would watch like you think.
Bro, I'm gonna watch Matt McClung do a 360 on one of these girls, man, and holler in her face, bro. That's gonna be hilarious to me.
I think what they need to do is actually pull down the rims to, let's say, 9 feet, because then it's going to allow a lot more women to be able to dunk. But apparently they've mentioned that before, and the women don't want it on purpose to prove that they can shoot as high as the men. I'm like, you already use a smaller ball, so it's like you're not doing the exact same thing if we're keeping it 100.
That's true.
So it's just, to me, I think if they could add dunking, I think that would change the whole sport.
It's the turnovers, bro. They got to cut down on the turnovers for me. It's hard watching females play basketball.
Man, I don't know, bro. WNBA, I'm gonna have to look that up. Box office, you got your stuff right there. Tell me the average amount of turnovers in an NBA game versus a WNBA game.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's pretty much. I could be completely wrong. See, I could. I'm telling you, I could be. But I think it's very similar.
Maybe they might be, but maybe they're just a lot uglier. Because
I think it's something new. And, like I will say, as far as high school goes, it's hard to watch a girls basketball game.
Mhm.
I'll admit that. I will. Because they're just, but the game is going to grow itself, bro. It will. It will. More and more girls are going to start, being fans of the Caitlin Clarks, the Olivia Miles, the Asia Wilsons, the whoever you want to name, bro.
So
Angel Reese.
So the amount of the WNBA averages 14 to 15 turnovers per game. The NBA does 13 to 14, but they play 8 minutes longer.
Right. Yeah, I just did. Watching the game, I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, it ain't as like C's making it seem like not in my mind.
It is sloppier though. It is.
Bro, I remember I watched the game. I remember I watched the game, and a girl was inbounds the ball under the goal. She inbounds the ball past half court and out of bounds. I said, bro, get this shit. But I turned off the game, right? I'm not watching no more of this shit, man. I'm not watching no more of it.
Now, I will say, as far as athleticism, obviously, that is like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should bring down the hoop, because then you're going to see more athleticism in the women.
But even if you lowered it down, like, bro, you're not going to see Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady,
that's true,
Kobe,
yeah.
right? You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. I just think you have to be a fan.
The chick who dunked in the All-Star game, she looked like she could probably have done a reverse.
Yeah, but it's still I don't think it would impress y'all. Y'all just don't like it, bro.
Bro, as far as them dunking, I saw a lady made a post the other day. She said, I went to my first WNBA game the other day. And she said, I've been to NBA games before, but never to a WNBA game. And she's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest sports person. She said, but I'm watching it. And the girl was running by herself. She said, I was like, oh, here it come. Said, and the girl just, she said she just passed it to somebody else and they shot. She was like, okay. She said, okay, that girl didn't look too aggressive. She said, then I saw another one and she looked real aggressive. She was going up to the goal. She was on her she didn't call it a fast break. She said she was running down the court by herself and she went up like she was about to dunk it and she just laid it up. She was like, I asked the man who I was with, she was like, why they ain't dunking it? He was like, girl, they don't dunk in the WNBA. He was like, they don't dunk in the WNBA. She's like, what you mean they don't dunk? Then she just went on this rant. She said, hey, y'all need to lower their goal. They go to half of them girls. She's like, don't nobody want to watch them girls do all them layups. I said, bro, you can't even get a woman to support it because it's not exciting. They watch a sport. I guarantee you, if you people say 9 feet, I would almost say put it to 8.5. 8 feet.
Bro, come on, see,
Bro.
8.5 makes sense.
brother. See, okay, box office. Tell me who's the highest scoring team in the league? Tell me that. I don't know off the top of my head. If I had to guess, I would guess Vegas or Minnesota, maybe.
Right now, it's actually Caitlin Clark's team at 97 points per game.
How much? 97?
Yeah, the Lynx are 93 and Vegas is 92.
Okay, so they're averaging almost 100 points a game on these 10-foot goals, bro, and they play less minutes than the NBA players. So I'm just simply saying,
none of them points dunks. Get their sorry ass out. I'm not watching it.
Bro, y'all so disrespectful, bro. I swear, dog.
I just I'm with box office on so much stuff about the WNBA stuff, bro. This is probably one of the only issues we agree so much on, bro. It's like, y'all want all this money and y'all haven't turned a profit. Why are you adding teams? And I almost feel like
that's how business. See, that's how business works,
bro. It's how that is, bro. Look,
but not after 30 years.
That's the problem, man. Right there.
The first time around, I think that they like starting anything new. I don't think that they had it down packed. I think this time around they have better backing. They have.
What you mean? No, the WNBA ain't never stopped.
But no, I'm saying as far as since Caitlin Clark them came, why they're bringing the teams back because it got small with the teams that they had, the amount of teams. Now they're getting the expansion teams to come on. That's what I mean by that. The reason why they're expanding is because they're getting superstars now, bro. Olivia Miles, bro. If y'all haven't watched Olivia Miles,
yeah,
bro, that girl is nice, bro.
She was nice in college.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I mean. The Houston Comets, they've lost them, right? And they were the cream of the crop in the WNBA. Yeah. But the league wasn't doing great financially, so they had to start taking teams away. And it became very, very small. And now they're starting to pick up those teams now because now you got girls like Caitlin Clark, Olivia Miles, Angel Reese, who can sell merchandise, who can put people in seats and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think that y'all just crazy, bro.
Let me ask you this.
All right, what they're doing is, let me tell you what they're doing. They're trying to drink their way out of alcoholism. They're going to, you're an alcoholic. Yeah, man, I'm just going to keep drinking. I'll drink more until I stop liking the taste of alcohol. It's not going to work, bro.
But you got to think, bro, Juju's coming. Hannah Hidalgo's coming. Bro, the talent level is going to get a lot better in the WNBA soon. They already got good talent. Bro, they got more talent coming. I'm telling you. Right now, I get what y'all saying. It's kind of like going back to when y'all talk about Bill Russell. Oh, Bill Russell played with a bunch of plumbers. That's how people always try to joke around and say that, right? But at some point, you just keep building on that. That might be your foundation, but you just keep building on that. And then at some point, you're gonna get your Michael Jordans of the world, your Kobe Bryant. I know we can go back to Dr. J. I'm just using that as example. I'm saying they gotta build, bro. It's not gonna happen overnight. This just doesn't happen overnight.
Okay, but how much more time are you giving the X until
I think the WNBA is gonna turn a profit real soon, like real soon. I do. I really believe that, bruh. These girls are becoming household names. I mean, I hate to say it. Like, think about it. I've been watching for a while. If I throw some names out there, you may know some. But dog, Caitlin Clark is a household name. Angel Reese is a household name. Like, you don't have to watch WNBA. You know those girls. Asia Wilson, she's probably the best player in the WNBA.
But see, I know all those names and I still don't watch.
You don't, but there's little girls that are looking and saying, you know what, mama? I like the way Angel Reese.
I don't think so, dog.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Also, let me ask you this too. Like, doesn't Paige Bucker, I don't know her name, doesn't she play with her girlfriend on the team?
Izzy Fudd, yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a crazy thing in the NBA if like there was a boyfriend and a boyfriend playing on the same team? Like, would they even allow that?
But they might. But be honest with you, I hate to say that. I'm not. Look, by no means, I don't care. That's on them. But who's to say there's not that going on in the NBA? Who's to say that? Like, just because there's dudes that's
okay. Well, even if there is, like, even if I'm talking, what if it came public?
I'll give you this example. People saying that Fudd went number 1 because of Buckers. Are y'all crazy? Did y'all watch Fudd at UConn? Like, what are we talking about? Like, she is I'm not saying I wouldn't have picked her one. I'll be the first one to tell you. I did like a little thing on TikTok saying I would have took a few people over. I definitely would have took Olivia Miles over her. And that's not just because Olivia's balling now. I said that on the thing. I would have took Lauren Betts over her. But and our families who I said they should have went with number 1. But nonetheless, she was deserving of that number 1 pick. There's no doubt about that.
Here's my thing, bro. That the league itself, I think, is necessary. I do think that it's a necessary
I
league.
agree with that.
But I just don't believe that they should act like this isn't a women's rights issue. This isn't an equality issue. This is an issue about the actual product. The product is not equal to the NBA product. So
it's never gonna be equal. Okay, let me ask you this.
But that's what I'm saying. So when you try to
I'm gonna go to box office. Even though the United States women are better at soccer, right? As far as winning, right? Like, dude, come on, bro. I don't think their numbers are gonna be better than the men's. Like, it's just not gonna happen, bro. Like, you're asking for something that's not a realistic goal, bro.
But that's what
more men watch sports naturally. So, like, there's no way a woman, respectfully, and I say this respectfully, men watch sports. We know that the number of men that watch sports is way greater than the number of women that watch sports. So naturally, any men's sport is gonna trump a woman's sport. That's just.
But that's my whole point. That's my whole point. When they haven't turned a profit yet, and we have people casuals that aren't even casuals to the WNBA complaining about how much they'll say the women don't make close to as much as the men make. They're not supposed to.
They're not gonna make as much money as them. They don't bring in the revenue that the
men
bring.
You have people trying to make it an equality issue. That's why I kind of tune them out. When people say stuff like that, I'm like, you don't know anything about sports.
And I do want to say this.
And that's the delusion I talk about.
Okay, well, I do want to give y'all both y'all flowers on that. I do appreciate what y'all just said, that the league should be around. Because I really thought that y'all didn't want the league around. I'm like, that's crazy, like, to be trying to tear the league down. But I do appreciate that for y'all actually making that clarification, because I really, in my heart, especially box office, I was like, that fool just wants them to end the WNBA. I'm like, what?
No, in high school, I dated a chick that was on the basketball team for the women.
Right.
I wanted her to do well, for example. Right. That's not like No, we're not against women's sports. We're against their delusion, just being crazy.
But I feel like I've never heard
sorry to cut you off. I saw Angel Reese on the interview, and the interviewer, I don't know the interviewer's name, said, "Yeah, like you should be getting paid like LeBron. You doing the same thing, huh? Doing what? The same thing?
That's the interview. Now I will say, do I have a problem with the women getting paid more? No, women can make more, but it can't be like, dog, they don't bring in the revenue that the men bring in. You can't compare the two. Like, it's like two companies. Like, right? If this company brings in billions of dollars, they can pay their employees a lot more than a company that's a mom and pop shop. Like, for instance, like that's why you see mom and pop shops closing down compared to McDonald's. They put McDonald's in the corner. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's just a different level.
But that's what I'm talking about, the delusion. It's like, bro.
But I don't think it's that the girls in the WNBA, they understand they're not going to get paid like the men.
No,
they understand.
Hold on. And let me just speak to this. And I love Angel Reese. But she probably was like, you right.
She did. She literally did. She was like, yep, we should.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. If you're the best in your profession, take all that out. If you feel like
I still would not be delusional, bro.
No. But I'm saying your confidence as a competitor, IT guy. No, hold on. You're an IT guy. And I tell you, you should be paid like such and such, because you really know your stuff. You're gonna be like, nah, you know what? Nah, I shouldn't be. Like, dog, you're dropping your own stock.
If I was a really,
he don't believe in himself,
bro. If I was a big time IT guy, and someone said, yeah, you should be getting Bill Gates money, I would not agree, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
Well, I'm talking about from an employee standpoint. You're talking about the CEO. I'm talking about an employee. If you say the best IT guy is, I'm just Adam Joseph, and he works for Microsoft, and I'm sitting there like I've evaluated him, and I'm like, man, Yvonne, bro, you're really good at IT, bro. Like, you're very popular. You should get paid like he does. And if you say no, I'm gonna be like, bruh. And now I'm not the interviewer no more. I'm the guy that hires people. I'm like, you don't even believe he the best. I would be like, you tripping.
Well, X, you brought it up right earlier. I got a perfect example. If I said you, I think you should go be I think you're on the level of that guy from Lafayette High. See, you're not going to be delusional.
I would not say that. Listen, I told you that.
No. Of course, you believe in yourself, but you know this second right now, you're not as valuable as he would be, right?
Absolutely.
He's the LeBron, and you're the Angel Reese right now.
Right.
So you be delusional to say, because literally today you met with that dude and you were like, bro, this dude's another level. That's the point. Like Angel Reese and the interviewer were like, yeah, me and LeBron, we do the same thing.
All right, hold on. All right, let me give you an example. All right, have y'all ever heard of a radio personality named Funkmaster Flex?
Yes, of course.
All right, he's in New York, the #1 market for radio in the world. I'm in, I think this market 114 in the world, right? And if you put me and Funkmaster Flex on the air against each other with all the same equipment and everything equal, I'm better than him.
You're supposed to say that.
But I am. It's not even me supposed to say something.
But let's just say, for argument's sake, me and Box Office disagree with you. Like, but why wouldn't you?
You're wrong. Shit.
I'm just saying, like, why would you, like, even though I felt that way when I told Box Office today about the guy, right? Why would I say that? Like, I feel like you're hurting yourself.
No, but
somebody's watching. If somebody's watching, you're lowballing yourself.
No, but here's what I was getting at. But I know that if we were both in New York and I was on the opposite radio station as him, I had all the same equipment, all the same prizes and stuff to give away, I would beat him head to head. I know that for sure, 100%. That's my confidence part. But if you told me that I should be making the same amount of money as Funkmaster Flex in Lafayette as he makes in New York, I would say, boy, hell no. There's no way I can make the same amount of money that the man in New York is making.
That's valid. That's valid.
And I'm doing it. So her saying, yeah, I should make the same amount of LeBron, who's in New York.
And I've never heard her say
and
that.
She's not even in Lafayette.
Out there. I'm gonna have to go look up that interview because I've never heard her say she should make as much money as LeBron James. But y'all saying that, so I'm taking y'all word for it.
I'm just saying, like you valuing yourself and having confidence is good. But when you know the logistics, you know why you're not getting paid that much, to a person who doesn't know why and they'll say that, and you agree with them, that's like you out of control.
I think you could believe in yourself without being delusional. And if you believe in yourself, it also can mean, hey, I can be really good, but it doesn't mean I have to be to believe that I'm the best.
Right.
So you get what I'm saying? Angel Reese could have told that interviewer, I don't know if we do the same thing, but I feel like I'm very good in my WNBA league.
I'm out to check.
I believe I should make as much as anybody in the WNBA.
I don't know. I'm about to fact check y'all too.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it.
But no, like I said, we spending way too much time on them. But that was. Come on, hey, we not X. Come on, bro.
Any topic, hour long is crazy.
Yeah, but no, man. I just, like I said, I believe it's a time and place, and knowing your worth is one thing, but just saying stuff that's a turnoff to people like Box Office. When you have she's one of the faces of the WNBA, and her going on there and saying something like that or agreeing with a casual's opinion like that, that's a turnoff to somebody that make me not want to give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I can see where you're coming from on that. I just think that WNBA needs a lot. The marketing behind it, their marketing is terrible.
How?
Bro.
And I also don't think just because of that delusion that the girls just don't help the marketing, no matter what the marketing is. I think they hurt themselves more than anything. And going back to WNBA about how they should have been suspended, Angel Reese and Paige. I think, I believe the WNBA commissioner reached out to them on the side and said, look, we can't be doing that. But they should have been suspended, just even if it's a game, if you want your league to be taken serious.
Right.
That's my thing. If you want to make a message, you should suspend them a game.
But here's my pushback on that. I'm one of the people that believe that there is privilege in being good. Like it may not sound like it's fair. I don't believe in fair. I believe you get what you earn, right? So Coach Orgeron did an interview the other day. He said when I was coaching LSU, if Joe Burrow wasn't on the bus ain't leaving. But if Joe Burrow was on the bus and if anybody else on that team wasn't on that bus no time to go, they was leaving. Right? So he knew where the money was. He knew that the best player got that privilege. Joe Burrow could have been late as hell if he wanted to, right? So when you got Angel Reese and who was it, Paige Buckers? Hey, bro, I'm not suspending them. Them the only players I got, man. Them they're my best players. No, if you wasn't watching before, if you were watching before, but now I suspend them, you definitely not gonna watch. You gonna now.
But to be fair to Box Office's point, and listen, I do think they were joking. But if you suspend them, that becomes another story. And like he's saying, it does say, okay, for somebody like him, man, they're gonna hold you accountable. It don't matter who you are. And it would have been another story that we might have spoke about on this show.
That ain't gonna make me want to watch you because they're holding them accountable, man. I don't care about that.
Hey, they
I feel like
doing right now.
that'll piss me off. I'll be like, man, they so stupid. They suspending their best players because they talking about they had a $400 bet on the All-Star game. Bro, shut up.
It wasn't an All-Star game. It was a regular game.
Oh, I don't even care what it was. $400 bet on either one of them games, bro. I don't give a damn, bro. As long as I didn't look in there and they was actually shaving points. First off, ain't nobody betting on them. Hey, bro, let's move on. Moving on. AFC North, man.
Wow. He just entered.
AFC North. We go pick our division's winners and how we see that this division panning out 1 through 4. Let's see. I guess we can go with box office. You gonna go first?
Let's do it. I got it. All right. So I don't know if y'all remember last year,
Oh God.
but
Here we
I
go.
picked the Pittsburgh Steelers
Oh.
to win the division, and y'all lost it. No one else believed in Pittsburgh except me, and Pittsburgh beat Baltimore twice and won the division. Obviously, then Pittsburgh went to play Houston. They got dominated. Baltimore, who they lose to in the playoffs? I know they made it. Was it
Buffalo? Was it Buffalo? No, it wasn't Buffalo.
I want to say
It was Buffalo, wasn't it?
playoffs. I'm gonna look it up real quick. They lost to
Or Kansas City. What? Buffalo or Kansas City?
they missed the playoffs because you remember.
They did.
You
Yeah.
remember Pittsburgh, Baltimore met up for the division
That's
on
right,
Sunday
that's
Night
right.
Football.
Yep.
That's what it was. Now it came to me, right? So they didn't even make the playoffs. Obviously, the other two Ohio teams didn't make it either. With that being said, I'll start off with the worst team in the division. It's gonna be, as usual, the Cleveland Browns. Come on, man. I can't believe, bruh. Man, I can't believe they have been this bad for this long. I know they made the playoffs that one year with Baker and stuff, but come on, man. I mean, first off, who's going to start for them? Is it Deshaun Watson? Is it Shedeur Sanders?
I think Watson starts.
I think Watson starts because they're paying him what they're paying him.
Right.
So if he struggles, then Shedeur's going to come in, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think Watson, and I hate to say it because I was a Deshaun Watson guy coming out of Clemson, but he's not the same player, bro. I don't know what happened there. When he throws the ball, it looks like he's throwing shot put. Like he looks like he's struggling to throw like 20 yards down the field. First, they said maybe it's the offense. I don't know what it is, bro. I just think maybe he got paid and he just don't care anymore. But the Browns, man, I didn't like the Casey Concepcion pickup. I said that during the draft. I don't think he's an NFL player. Jerry Jeudy, I think, is still there, obviously, but I don't think it's enough, bro. I think the Browns, as usual, 6 wins, and it's going to be a whole nother Browns year. They're just not going anywhere, bro. And it's sad to say because I'm starting to feel for the Browns fans, man. Maybe they deserve better. They shouldn't be this bad for this long now. So the Browns are going to be the Browns. All right. Going to the next team in the division, third place is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, God.
And the Bengals are going to miss the playoffs again. And once they miss it, Zach Taylor will be out of there. This is Zach Taylor's last year in Cincinnati. I don't know if he deserves all the blame, but he's had enough time to get the defense right, and they just haven't gotten the defense right. And the worst part is I think they got worse on defense. Trey Hendrickson's out of there. Shamar Stewart is already hurt. And he hasn't shown anything yet anyways. Bruh, the Bengals are going to be the Bengals. They're going to be very good on offense. But even if they're very good, is Joe Burrow going to be healthy the whole year? Like, the thing about Joe Burrow, he's great, but he's not healthy. So I think if healthy, their offense is going to be fine. It's going to be able to keep up with anybody in the league. But what do I have on that defense? They get Dexter Lawrence, and that's about it. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
You don't like Jonathan Allen?
it's cool. Like-
you don't like Mafe?
Nope. I don't know. I don't like their defense enough. I think they're gonna finish 8-9, and they're gonna fire Zach Taylor.
Okay.
Second place. Again, the Baltimore
Oh.
Ravens.
Man, you are so, oh my God.
Hey, man. The Baltimore Ravens, they first got Max Crosby. Then that got rejected in the end. And then they got Trey Hendrickson. I like Trey Hendrickson. I've always said good things about Trey Hendrickson. The thing about Trey Hendrickson is
I would play for the Saints.
he was good with the Saints, and then the Saints did what the Browns do and the Bengals do. They get rid of him. So Trey Hendrickson, happy for him.
He signed that stud Davenport.
I'm happy he got his money finally, because one thing about Trey Hendrickson, if he's healthy, he's gonna produce. So I like the pickup, but new coach, okay. Are they gonna replace the center, Lindenbaum, who went to Vegas? Today, the Ravens paid Zay Flowers like he's number one wide receiver. Okay, he is a number 2 to me, but the Ravens apparently believe in him. I just think that the Ravens are a playoff team, but I think that their prime of when they were the number 1 AFC team, that has passed. But I do think they make the playoffs. I'm going to go 10-7. The Ravens make the playoffs, but the Pittsburgh Steelers repeat in the division. I literally said this last year. Y'all shook your heads. Y'all going to shake your head again. I don't understand. First off, I think Aaron Rodgers another year, and that's just, another year with chemistry with DK Metcalf and crew. But now he gets his old coach back, Mike McCarthy, who he's very familiar with. You can shake your head. He's got the same resume as Mike Tomlin, literally. So it's not like he's a scrub. Okay, they get. I like the Rico Dowdle pickup at running back.
That was a good pickup. I'll give you that one.
I like that pickup. They get Jeremy Bernard in the draft, which is solid. They picked up another lineman. I think the defense is going to be healthier this year. TJ Watt wasn't the healthiest last year. Another year for Jalen Ramsey there. Joey Porter is about to get paid. You remember they picked up Asante Samuel Jr. near the end of the year.
Yeah.
I actually think that the Steelers are going to repeat. Oh, they picked up Jamel Dean, another corner who we all are familiar with. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers also win 10 games, but they win the division again. They also picked up Michael Pittman. So I like what the Steelers have done. And this is Aaron Rodgers last year. He said it. He said, this is it. They started chanting one more year. He said, nope, this is truly, truly the end. He said, I was going to retire actually after last year until they hired Mike. He said, I'll do another year with Mike McCarthy. I haven't been around him in 10 years. So he said, I'll do another year with Mike McCarthy. So to recap, the Steelers win the division with 10 wins. Ravens make the playoffs with 10 wins. The Bengals get 8 or 9 wins max, but they miss the playoffs because their defense is terrible. And they fire Zach Taylor. And plus, I don't know if Burrow's going to be healthy. And the Browns are going to be the Browns. That's a wrap up for me.
Now, before I say what I have to say, I actually was with you on the Steelers as far as being a playoff team. I just wasn't with you as far as them winning the division. Just thought Baltimore would edge them. But you was correct. I give you credit. You did pick them to win it. So now, with this being said, I see it, oh my God, completely different than you. And I know you're gonna be like, this dude X just doesn't learn. He doesn't
You
learn.
don't, and I
He...
already know where this is headed. You're gonna pick the Bengals.
Hey, chill. So let me start with my fourth place team. I agree with you, bro. How, bro? The Browns gave up Myles Garrett, bro. What are we doing? I love Jared Verse. I'll be the first one to tell y'all, bro. I think Verse is a dog. But no, you gave up Myles Garrett, bro. You don't know who your quarterback is. Is it Shador? Is it Deshaun Watson? Everything you just said, 1,000% with you. They're coming in last for me. I'm just not sold on the Browns. The Browns may be one of the worst teams in the league, just being truthful right now. That's no
Some boys don't like
disrespect.
champions.
Hey, bro, I just think that they just have a lot to figure out. Now, that could be a strength of theirs because when you don't know how the game plan for them, that could be a little difficult. But I'm just gonna say, bro, I just think that they just all over the place. So they're coming in fourth. This is where box office is gonna lose its mind. I got the Steelers coming in third place, bro.
They got better.
I'm gonna tell you why. And you know I've been with you last forever on Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, bro. I'm finally with C, I think, bro. Truthfully, I just think that Aaron Rodgers ain't the same no more, bro.
But they still won the division.
No, they did. But I just think they won the division, and I don't think that Baltimore lost a lot of close games. They've done that in the past. We understand that, but I think Baltimore will be better this year. And I definitely think Cincinnati is going to be better. We'll talk about that in a second. I know you disagree. That's okay. I just feel like, when wasn't Favre? No, Favre might have played his last season with the Vikings, and then that was the NFC Championship game, right? Or did he come back one more year?
I think he came back one more year.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it's gonna be very Favre-esque. Like it looked okay last year, but this year it won't look like that.
I remember because all of Jared Allen, all them went on a plane to go try to get him to come back, and got him to come back for another year.
I just think that it's not going to be because the team is not, like you said, I do think they're very talented. I love Michael Pittman. Next to DK Metcalf, that's fire to me.
I agree.
I just don't know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers moving forward. Because like you said, he really wanted to retire. To play football, bro, you got to be all into me. Like that's something, this takes a different type of level of concentration. The players know that. Is he committed to that process, that weekly grind of NFL season? Because nobody's gonna give him a win. I don't think so, bro. I think the Steelers are like what you said about the Bengals. I think the Steelers finished like 8 wins, 9 wins tops. But I do think they come in third place, bro. I just think Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the ending to his career that I would have liked to see because I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. But everybody knows, as far as from playing the quarterback position, I love the way he plays the quarterback position. But I just think he's just not the same guy no more, and his heart's not 100% in it. It could be 60, but that's not going to be good enough. Not in this division. So I'm going to say third place, and they missed the playoffs. He rides up into the sunset, but they missed the playoffs. Coming in at second, I know. Here's where C's going to shake his head. The Baltimore Ravens. Oh, and I want to go back to the Steelers. I think we're going to finally see that. I know you're not the biggest Mike Tomlin guy, but I think that's also going to hurt him too. I do. I know you don't love him, but I think that's going to hurt them because that's been the same voice. And you can say Mike McCarthy's coming in. The players got to respond to that, and I just don't think they will. So we'll see, though. But Baltimore comes in at second. They could easily be number one. It'll probably come down to them in Cincinnati. Similar records, whether that's 11 wins, 10 wins, 12 wins. They'll be very similar. I think they'll actually split during the year. But I'm going to go with Baltimore coming in at second. Baltimore's done some things in the offseason, but I still don't know if they have that guy at wide receiver, that guy that they can go get them a bucket, so to speak, right? The guy that we know there's nothing you could do with them. Zay Flowers is talented, but like box office says, I agree with them. More of a number 2. Mark Andrews, we've seen him in the past be elite, but slowly but surely he's getting older, kind of falling off, and he's missed some big opportunities himself as well. They don't have what's my boy that went to the Giants? I can't, his name just slipped my mind. The little young tight end that the Giants took from Baltimore.
I can't think of his name.
His toe was out of bounds. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Damn, I can't think of his name. Black dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't. I don't know, but box office will come back with his name. I can't think of his name for whatever reason. And I saw a thing today on him. See, don't take him in fantasy. I want him in fantasy, and I don't know why I can't pull his name. But I think they just not having that go-to guy in the clutch moment to go get you a bucket. Even though Lamar Jackson is incredible, I just think that that's gonna hurt them as far as winning the division. Who's the tight end box office that I'm talking about from the Giants that played for Baltimore and now he's with the Giants?
Isaiah Likely.
Likely. Yeah. So them losing Likely, I thought that was a big loss. But ultimately, bro, I know y'all gonna say Cincinnati has a fire offense, but their defense is trash. And I get it. I'm not even mad at that argument. That's a valid argument. But when the chips are down, I feel like Cincinnati went get Dexter Lawrence. They're doing certain things. I know you don't love Mafe, I get it, but they're trying to get guys to come there to play on that D-line, stop the run. I think they do not a great job. If they can get to the middle of the pack as far as defensively, similar to how the Saints were, cause some turnovers, maybe get optimistically get some turnovers out there and just stay in the middle of the pack, maybe 15 to 17, 18 range defensively. Their offense will get them over the hump. I do hope that they add another running back to the mix. I think they need more of a guy that can be a downhill running back. That's no disrespect to Chase, but Chase Brown, but I just think offensively, bro, they're gonna figure it out this year, and they're gonna click on all cylinders again. They're gonna figure it out. I got Cincinnati winning, and this is probably, bro. If I'm wrong, I'm with you. And Zach Taylor might get fired early. I'm actually with you, but I think even if he gets fired, Cincinnati ends up winning the division, because they may rally around whoever they hire during the season. If he gets fired, he's gonna get fired during the season, not after.
Burrow also needs to stay healthy.
He has. That is a fact. That is a fact. I got Cincinnati. See, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I actually have more faith in Aaron Rodgers finishing the season than Burrow.
Wow.
Because, like, besides the Achilles, like, Rodgers, he's had some injuries, but not as much as, like, Burrow, bro. Burrow got to stay healthy, bro. He got to stay up.
If he don't get it this year, bro, I think, didn't they add Joe Flacco?
Well, they did last year. I
think they still got him. Well, that doesn't matter. He didn't finish this season great anyway, so.
Actually, Flacco is back with the Bengals this year.
Yeah, they re-signed him. All right, let me go ahead and fix y'all's polls, but I mean y'all order.
We know you got the Ravens. See, go ahead.
All right, just like he did last year.
All right, so let's start with this. Let's start bottom to top. Cleveland Browns. I think that's probably the easiest pick out of any division in the NFL this year, having at the bottom of the division. Cleveland Browns will be at the bottom of this division for now and for the foreseeable future. Deshaun Watson, however, I do believe is going to start the season off, because you can start him off and always put Shadur in, but you can't start Shadur off and then put Deshaun Watson in. So I think that they're going. That's how it's going to roll. And once they gave Watson his chance, you can roll with Shadur for the rest of his contract. You don't have to worry about Deshaun Watson anymore. But I do like Quinshon Judkins. I think he's going to have a breakout season. Don't go for him in fantasy. That's going to be one of my running backs. But I got them at 4th. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers, sorry ass, going to have the Steelers at 3. You keep talking about he won a division. This division was damn as bad as the NFC South last year, bro.
That's not his fault.
It was right. You're right. It was played with injuries. And so, I mean, them winning the division, whoop-de-doo.
He outplayed Lamar 1-on-1 on that last game of the year for the playoff spot. But he was clutch.
I hear all that, man, but look, Lamar was injured. Lamar had been injured that whole entire year, and it just showed. He couldn't pull a rabbit out of his hat. So at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is definitely not the Aaron Rodgers he was in Green Bay. He's closer to the one that he was at the Jets, which still wasn't cold in. And I do like the Pittman pickup. I will say that. I do feel like he has some people to throw it to now. But Mike McCarthy's there, and I don't think he's better than Mike Tomlin. I was going to call him Tomlinson.
Both are Mikes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go. I think that's gonna play a factor this year, and everybody's gonna be all the Steelers fans are like, oh no, man, we need to go and let Tomlin go. You're gonna be wishing for that 500, that over 500 this year, because I think they get 6 to 7 wins, and
wow.
But and 2 of them are gonna be against the Browns. So I think they're in for a bad season. All right, and 3rd, Joe Burrow can't keep getting injured, bro. I believe the Bengals will finish, not 3rd, 2nd. I believe the Bengals will finish in 2nd and make the playoffs. Joe Burrow, I believe, makes it through the entire season. Jamar Chase sets records this year in receiving. I believe I'm just going off the top of my head. I believe he may beat Mike Thomas's receptions record this year. I believe that he's gonna get that many. I think he's gonna get that many touches on the ball with the healthy Joe Burrow this year. And I believe they have about 10 or 11 wins, come in 2nd. And that moves me to the number 1 team, the Baltimore Ravens. Bruh, that's not going to happen again. Lamar Jackson's not going to be injured like that again this year. I believe that the coaching change here will be a positive one, because I just don't believe Harbaugh knew how to use Lamar Jackson effectively. So I believe I don't even know the coach's name.
Jesse Minter.
Yeah, Minter. Yeah, but he's a defensive guy, though, right?
He is.
Yeah, but who's that OC?
Let me look it up.
Isn't it
It's actually some dude named Declan Doyle.
I don't know who that is, but
apparently he was the offensive coordinator for the Bears last year, so that means he learned from Ben Johnson.
Johnson, okay.
Well, I don't think it should be that hard to play in an offense with somebody like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. I don't think it should be that hard. It can't be rocket science, bro. So I think that he'll do a good job, put them in the best position to make plays, and they win. And with a healthy Lamar Jackson, even if you don't put him in the best position, he can make something out of nothing. And you know Derrick Henry gonna have a crazy game where he runs for 200 something yards and 4 touchdowns or something like that. So those things gonna happen, and that's gonna be enough to finish first in his division, probably with about 12 to 13 wins. And they'll be in a contention for the #1 seed in the AFC this year.
Oh God. Hey, I'm feeling even better, man. The Bengals gonna win this division. Y'all tripping.
Man, so with that being said, hey, they released the top 25. They
So
released
you just
the
gonna
top,
disrespect me?
they released the top 25, man. USA Today poll, coaches poll, via on 3. What do y'all think about the top 25, man? Y'all see anything that's egregious in here?
Something that I think is. Oh, so you said agree, or you just want me to say like what I think maybe should be a little bit. It ain't
Anything
that
No,
that
bad.
sticks out.
something that you be like, man, how the hell they got that?
Okay, well, I'll start off. I don't know what the hell Clemson doing in the top 25.
I'm happy in the top 25. Me.
I'm a Dabo guy, but I was bigger on their team last year. I thought they lost a lot to the draft. Now they do have a new quarterback that was also, 4-star, 5-star, whatever. Chris Vizina. We're going to see him week 1 against LSU, and we're going to see what he's about. Now, this is the coaches poll. Now, the AP poll will be the official one. Maybe Clemson's not on the AP poll come, week 0. But I think Clemson's not a top 25 team. I think the thing in the Big 12, which we're about to get to, is Texas Tech at 12, BYU at 15. That could be interesting there. I don't know about that team at number 13. I mean, that team at number 13, they've got the most
a lot higher.
They've got the most overrated coach in the country. Never won a Power 4 conference. Never won a playoff game.
Oh God!
Never been to LSU yet.
Also, like, how much do we believe in Texas A&M? Texas A&M, they did make the playoffs last year. They took Miami down to the wire in the playoffs, if y'all remember. Right. But Texas A&M been all these damn years in the SEC now. They haven't even been to the SEC title game. So Texas A&M, I mean, eventually they gotta take over Georgia. They gotta eventually take over Texas and these teams in the SEC. Because there's always hype behind Texas A&M, but they can constantly underachieve. I'll say a team that I think is too low. I think it's actually Penn State.
Really?
I know they lost James Franklin, so it actually, I get it. But Matt Campbell brought a lot of people from Iowa State, including the quarterback. So I don't think Penn State, and if you look at their schedule is actually not bad at all. Like, it's actually very manageable. So I think Penn State is kind of a little bit of a sneaky team. I haven't came up with my playoff bracket yet, so I'm not sure they're a playoff team, but I do think they could be a sneaky top 10 team. I mean, like I said, they brought in a lot of guys who Matt Campbell's familiar with. But let me tell you their first 5 games. Marshall, Temple, Buffalo, Wisconsin, Northwestern. They could be 5-0 in top 10, come after 5 weeks. So that's very manageable. They don't play Ohio State this year. They don't play Indiana. And they do play Michigan and USC. But that's manageable. So I think Penn State's flying a little bit under the radar, while I think, like the Texas A&Ms of the world are overrated.
Okay. Just at glance, I actually disagree with box office on Penn State. I think Penn State it wasn't just that they lost James Franklin. They lost their running backs. They lost their quarterback. I know he got hurt last year. I just think that's a lot to overcome. If you remember, even Nick Saban, his first year at Alabama, it was a struggle, right? I know the transfer portal is different now, so I get what he's saying as far as them bringing their quarterback over, but it's a lot different playing the Big Ten than it is the Big 12, bro. A lot different.
But it's manageable. You
It
avoid
is. It
Ohio
is.
State and Indiana.
And it's funny that you say that because I'm actually going to go a different direction on who I think should be ranked higher. And y'all know I love LSU, but I think that USC should be in front of LSU. And surprisingly, I'm about to tell y'all, it's Texas Tech. I think the Brendan Sorsby situation should back them up a little bit just because I feel like you thought that you had this guy and now you have to flip it. Now it could turn out to be a Rams type situation in the NFL where they might have their Kurt Warner. But I don't know. Like, to me, I would have hit him a little bit, dinked him a little bit more. You could make the case that SC lost their receivers, both of them. They're two stud receivers. And I get that. But I think I would move SC up a little bit, probably put them at 12, back LSU and Texas Tech up, just according to what I'm seeing. I have no issue with A&M. I think Marcel Reed, I mean, bro, you have a quarterback in college football, you got a chance, bro. You got a quarterback, you got a chance in college football. Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is somewhat being disrespected, bro. I know that, look, Lane Kiffin left them, but they played well in the bowl games, bro. They gave Miami everything last year. That game was fire. I think, bro, Trinidad Chambers, you can make a case. Now, you can disagree, but you can make the case that he's the best quarterback in the country as far as just as a playmaker. So them at 10, I would have them above Oklahoma for sure, and probably even A&M. So I'd probably move Ole Miss up to 8, back A&M and Oklahoma up a little bit. Indiana is tough because they lost a lot, but they got Signetti, bro. Like, I don't see you like Signetti cool, bro.
No, I like Signetti.
But I don't know. Like, I just feel like, man, they got a lot to replace. But the top 5, I'm okay with. I can tell you that right now. I think anybody that disputes the top 5 is wilding to me. The top 5, just on paper and going into the season, I think the coaches got it right.
All right. So you can go and say I'm wilding because off top, you already know who I'm taking out that top 5.
Who? Notre Dame?
Dame? Get your ass out in the top 5.
Bruh.
Put Indiana in there. So you telling me Notre Dame's better than Indiana, the defending champs? Indiana brings back 4 offensive starters and 7, I believe, defensive starters. They got Signetti. Notre Dame ain't got nothing coming back like that.
Bruh.
I actually like their quarterback, though.
I'm about to say the same thing. That's what got me like, I'm like, bro, Carr's nice, bro. You tripping.
Bro, both of their best weapons were their running backs in their running game last year. Both of them boys gone. They starting from scratch. So guess what? Get them out the top 5. Yeah, I don't care if you just exchange them 6 and 5. Put Indiana in the top 5. There's no way they can't be in the top 5 out the window.
That's not absurd though. I'm okay with that. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I would have been okay if you just said Miami should be in the top 5, just off bringing back Malachi Tony and those boys. Like, I'm okay with that, but I'm just saying, I'm putting Notre Dame.
I'm not putting I'd put them above Notre Dame though. I'll put them at 6, put Notre Dame at 7.
I'm not mad at that. That's fair.
All right, and this is where I might lose y'all at. Ole Miss, I really think that this is gonna be a rough year for Ole Miss. I really do, bro. I think that they still have a lot of weapons. They got Lacey, they got
Trinidad Chambers.
They got Chambers. They got weapons still there, but they don't have the architect anymore. And not only don't they don't have the head coach, they don't have the OC either. You know what I'm saying? So all of that magic that they had that brought them through the season and through that playoff trip or whatever, that's gone. So I think that affects them. I might be wilding, but I don't think Ole Miss finishes in the top 20 in the country this year. I think Ole Miss might have 4 or 5 losses, bro.
I think that's fair, but my thing is, even though they may have it going into the season, I think you have to put them there though.
I ain't gotta put them in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? I think that they earned the top 25, maybe the top 15, but I don't have to put them in the top 10. Now, surprisingly enough, I agree to an extent with X, and I put USC above. I put USC probably at that number 10 spot. Yeah, I put USC at that number 10 spot strictly because they are returning the most starters out of any of the teams that are in the top 25. They are returning 15 starters, and that's saying a lot, bro. That's saying a lot. You can bring 50. Hell, it ain't number 22 starters. That means you only lost 7. What up, man?
Say go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah. Got them off early. All right. So I put them at that 10th spot, and I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm not confident in that. I'm doing it just strictly out them returning the starters. I move LSU up to the 11th spot, put Alabama right after them at 12, Texas Tech at 13. I'm gonna put Texas Tech at probably 16, and bring Michigan up to 13-ish. Yeah, to 13. I think that they're gonna have a good season. I think what's the guy's name that punked it?
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, Bryce Underwood. I think he's gonna have a pretty good season this year. And the rest of it, who is this at 21? That Utah?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's an ugly ass logo, bro. I don't know how I've never seen that. I've never seen it, bro. Look like 2 horseshoes.
Utah Utes.
Yeah, garbage, but throw that away. But I think the rest of it's pretty good. I never am a believer in Missouri. I don't know, Missouri and Iowa. I haven't looked at the ones who just missed it, but I could see them not being in it. Oh yeah, and Clemson, nah, bro. They just going off reputation with Clemson because they weren't good last year, and they had Klubnik. They don't even have Klubnik this year, so I mean they're gonna be worse, and we're gonna really expose them game 1 on national TV. So, and like I said, I put LSU at that 11th spot, just because I don't want to sound like I'm biased, but I'm high on LSU this year. Really, really high.
Nothing wrong with that. I think they you could be high on a team and they still they might not start off as high as you think that they should, but they can eventually get there. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I definitely had them in the playoffs this year. Got the coach right. Went got the quarterback we needed. When we got the OT we needed. We reloaded at a wide receiver. About to flip somebody for next year. Defensive line is gonna be a monster. That crazy number 40 back. And shout out to Harold Perkins too, bro. I just want to say this. They say he's starting in Atlanta already. Just proving me and X right. They stole him one with that one, bro. Damn,
Jalen Walker just got hurt. That's why.
Yeah, bro. And he's out for the year.
Bro, Walker's for the end.
Yeah.
He's starting at middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker?
Yes, they have him at middle linebacker. That was actually announced the same day Walker got hurt.
Yeah, well,
how y'all feel?
I can't wait for him to tear up Travis Etienne then.
Oh,
No.
I was waiting for y'all to mention them. I actually think that one of my dark horses this year, and that's SMU. I thought y'all would say why are they ranked at 20. I actually like
because
SMU.
they returned their quarterback.
Right, Kevin.
I like him. I like him. I just don't.
He has liked them for a while.
Yeah,
but this should be his best year.
Yeah, I
don't see them. They're not. I don't see them doing nothing, right? Causing no hell in the playoffs and nothing like that. But I like them.
Yeah, I think they're a decent team, bro. Washington's interesting to me. With that kid Williams, wanting to go to LSU, I think, and then coming back, it's kind of interesting. Like, is his team gonna rally around him this year? That's kind of a strange one for me. Houston could be good. I know a lot of hype's around Houston right now, but I don't know, man.
So y'all agree with the Longhorns ahead of LSU?
I think from a talent standpoint, bruh, like me and you always clown with you. Like, if Texas don't win it, bruh, like, dog, we have to start having some serious conversations, bruh. They're loaded as far as on paper. Like, you can't deny them that. No, they got talent.
Bro, y'all bringing back 12 starters.
Yeah, like Sark has to do it, bro. Like, at this point, he has to do it, bro. If he doesn't do it, like, and I'm not picking on box office because this is not even about box office. This is literally, if I'm just looking from a standpoint, you're Texas, you got all that money, you got all that talent. There's no excuses for you, bro. You got Coleman to come in with what you already got. Like, dog, you got those running backs to come in. Like, bro, you got to do something this year. If you don't do it this year, bro, I put some money on Texas to win it all. Hey, but listen, if they don't do it, bro, like, I know box office gives us a hard time about LSU, but, like, Texas, if they don't do it, bro, he can't make no excuses. Like, none. There's no excuse he can go to and say, oh, well, there's this. Nah, dog. Like, where would he make an excuse at with this team?
Nowhere. They bringing back 12 starters. LSU's bringing back 8.
Right.
And really, it's not 8 starters we bringing back because they count Harlan Berry and Caden Durham both as a starter, and they both not starting, bro.
And let's be real. I'm not saying.
Well, Lane Kiffin, to be fair, is also bringing in some Ole Miss guys.
Right. But here's my thing. Obviously, I'm not saying that's what they want, but if the college football committee had their way in the Heisman committee, boy, they want Arch Manning to be great.
Yeah.
They want Arch, like they want Arch, because it's gonna drive numbers up for him if Arch Manning in Texas is there. So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if Texas doesn't win it all, like box office, you might as well come on here, bro, because it's an
embarrassment. So you think Texas should be the favorite going into the year?
I do.
You don't agree with Ohio State, Oregon, and Georgia being?
Okay, I'll say this. I have no issue with Ohio State being one because I do think that those two teams, you can gotta go both ways with those two teams, Ohio State and Texas. You can flip them. Oregon, I would, if it was my rankings, I'm not gonna make a big old deal about it, but I would have Texas, Ohio State 1, 2, Then I would have Oregon at 3, Georgia at 4, Notre Dame at 5.
Okay. And just after going through Texas's schedule and stuff all these days, I've been doing all my research. Texas plays just off this top 25, the number 1 team, the number 8 team, the number 9 team, the number 10 team, the number 13 team, the number 18 team, the number
It's brutal.
the
It's
number 25 team, and they only get 2 of them at home.
Hey, LSU did that in 2019. We played all them ranked teams, beat their ass and won the national championship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying that it's fair or it's unfair. I'm just saying I don't care. Texas, no. Texas should. Texas has to at least make the semifinal this year.
See, I think they can lose. Being the
At
fact that their
least.
schedule is that crazy, I think they can lose 3 games and get in this year for sure. If it's close games, like I'm saying, let's just say they lose to Ohio State, but it's a close game. Let's say they lose to Oklahoma, a rivalry, close game, and then LSU. I think they can still get into the college football playoff.
Well, they got it. They didn't make it last year with 3 losses.
They didn't.
To Ohio State.
I think that Florida game, bro, that just it was hard because Florida was so bad last year, bro.
I think if I'm being realistic, I think Texas has to at least be in the semifinals, or anything else is a major failure.
Where would you be if like, I know you love Sark, and I know you're saying the semifinals, but what if Sark? What would be like ultimate, maybe a fireable offense if Sark would happen with Texas this year?
Well, obviously, if he misses the playoffs, he like, that's fair to me if he got fired the next day. Like,
wow.
you can't make the playoffs with this team. Like, I'm telling y'all, this Texas team is exactly what X said. Stacked.
They are.
Okay. Arch Manning's back, and he played really well down the stretch last year. So we're expecting him to continue that. Okay. They've got a good backfield. They brought in 2 transfers. Then the receivers are nasty. You get Ryan Wingo, a 5-star, Cam Coleman, a 5-star. The slot guy is Emmett Mosley, a good Stanford transfer. Well, I said the problem with Texas last year going into the year was the offensive line. The offensive line is now experienced. Then the defense, I think, is really good. We got the guy that has the most sacks in the last 2 years, Colin Simmons. He's going to be probably a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. We bring Raheem Browse in, starting linebacker from Pitt. He was all ACC. And then you know who our defensive coordinator is? Will Muschamp is back. Texas, is stacked. They got to get to at least the semifinals. If they miss the playoffs, I even want Sark out of there. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Hey, I can live with Texas winning it all as long as they lose to LSU. Woo!
I could probably live with it like that too. I could probably live with it like that too.
And by the way, it looks like I'm going to go to my first ever game in Austin. I'm going in October. It looks like to Texas versus Florida.
Versus who?
Florida.
That should be a dub.
Hey, man, who you going with?
My girlfriend. She's got family in Austin.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
But I'll see you in November in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. We're going to get you some gumbo and some jambalaya.
Hey, man,
watch you throw it all up after the game. All right, man. We're running out of time. Hey, bro, I really want to play this game, so let's do the Big 12 next week, y'all. Y'all good with that?
That's cool.
It was fine.
All right. So
Oh,
here
it's
we
this
go.
guy.
All right. So Bijan Robinson got a huge contract extension, made him the highest paid running back ever. Today he got an extension worth up to $75 million with 51 million guaranteed. First off, y'all, what do y'all think about the contract?
I'm good with this contract. Look, every new contract seems like the new highest paid. What I like about Bijan and him being a running back and getting this deal, Bijan has yet to miss an NFL game. So he's been everything but injury prone in the NFL, which is very impressive for a running back, especially a guy with him like him that gets that many touches.
Yeah.
There's been 3 guys, I wonder if y'all can name them, in NFL history that have gotten 1,000 rush yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same year. And Bijan last year had 1,400 rushing and 800 receiving. So my point is, I think Bijan's going to be the 4th guy ever to do that. Okay,
It's only been 3.
only 3. Let me know if you can name them. Go ahead.
Marshall Falk,
That's one.
For sure.
LT,
Nope.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Priest
what?
Holmes. Priest Holmes? No. Christian McCaffrey.
Yep, and McCaffrey almost became the first last year to do it twice, but he was 900 something receiving.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they caught the ball, but I knew Marshall Falk. I knew Christian McCaffrey. I just was like,
Jamal
Priest Holmes.
Charles.
Nope, this guy I never got to watch. I was way too young to watch him. That's my hint.
Ah. And it wasn't Priest Holmes. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to think who caught the ball.
Yeah, I can't think of who caught the ball like that. So,
Guy that flew under the radar.
Don't. Steven Jackson?
No, I watched Steven Jackson. I remember
I'm
him.
about to say, I thought you was old enough to see Steven Jackson.
Yeah, I did.
I know you had like one really monster year. I remember like one crazy monster year Steven Jackson had.
80s.
Oh, 80s. Okay.
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, so my point was I think Bijan's gonna be the 4th guy to do it. Like he's been close with 800 receiving. Never missed an NFL game, which is very impressive. I feel bad for him because he's had nothing but terrible quarterbacks so far. And he's had a whole bunch of injury prone quarterbacks as well.
it ain't gonna stop now.
Yep, I think it's gonna get worse this year. So yeah, another thing that stuck out to me. Do y'all remember when Saquon became the highest paid running back a couple years ago after that monster year?
Yep.
Did y'all know that year when he got that contract, the guy that basically got the same contract as Saquon, however, he was a receiver, was Darnell Mooney. So basically, the 3rd best receiver is making what the best highest running backs do. So I think that should be fixed up a little more because running backs do a lot more than the 3rd best receiver. That's for sure. They also touch the ball way more.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I think Bijan is well deserved. However, I think this is probably going to last a couple weeks because Jahmyr Gibbs is going to probably get paid, and they are obviously going to aim for at least $1 more than Bijan because that's how it works nowadays. So, but Bijan stud, and I just hope he remains healthy, and I hope he gets a decent quarterback around him by the time he's in his 6th, 7th year.
Now, see, when you ask us who's going to be better, are you talking about right now or are you talking about all the time?
No. At their peak, I'm going to put a running back up. Since this is the premise behind it. He got paid the most out of any other running back ever in the history of football. So at their peak, would you have paid this person more than Bijan Robinson? All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm paying. I love David Johnson, but yeah, no, I'm paying Bijan for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Also, you playing Bijan over him.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
love David Johnson. I think David Johnson was really good. Those couple of years he was in Arizona.
Hell, when he was with both of them, when he was with
Right.
Houston, he was good, and then
But
when he went to
Arizona, that 1 year I had him in fantasy, that fool went crazy for me.
yeah, man. I remember they was trading him for like you would get 2 studs for David Johnson.
Right, yeah, no, I'll take Bijan. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. I just kind of just thought of a name and put him in there. All right. What about this guy? In his prime.
Yes, I'm thinking Bijan. And I was a Zeke guy. I like Zeke a lot, but Bijan does more. That's what I'll go to at the end of the day. And Bijan never had the line that fool had. Now I do like Zeke, stud, but give me Bijan.
Dang, bro. And that's a good one, see. Because, bruh, Zeke running the football. Now, of course, pass catching. I'm taking Bijan for sure.
I don't know, man.
But
Zeke used to get them screen passes.
he did. But I'm just saying, like, it just as far as overall, just catching the ball, I'll take Bijan. But, bruh, Zeke was so good running the
He
football.
was.
Bruh.
I like Zeke.
Dang. I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna say Zeke, bruh. And I like Bijan, but I think Zeke, bruh, those years, bruh, Zeke was so good, bruh.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, nah. Based off last year, I'm taking Bijan. I love Zeke. Everybody know I love Zeke at that time. It just hurt me that he played for the Cowboys. But I think I'm taking Bijan just based off last year. He was the only thing that Atlanta had.
I'm not. Well, he wasn't the only thing, but okay. But,
Who else?
Drake London was good.
Drake London can play, bro.
Drake London was cool. He was cool, bro. But that he wasn't no. If they take Drake London out their team and they did the same thing that they would do. You take Bijan off, they're a 1-win team, bro.
I don't, man. I'm not mad at you, but Tyler Algier had some good games too for the Falcons as well. And I'm not taking nothing away from Bijan because I like Bijan. I'm just taking Zeke, bro. I got that's hard, bro. But shout out to Bijan. He can prove me wrong this year.
Zeke that year he jumped into that Salvation Army thing,
bro.
Man. All right. I can't remember. You right. I'm going with Zeke, bro. Zeke was nasty, bro. All right. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. At his peak.
Todd Gurley was nasty. He was a beast, MVP candidate. But it comes down to what I literally said about Bijan. Bijan does not get hurt. And Todd Gurley, bro, had injury issues, bro.
Not at his peak. We talk about it at his peak.
Just peak.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like he was always a little hurt, bro. Even in his peak. I'm gonna go Bijan.
I ain't mad at it because Bijan's in the argument for everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bijan because Bijan does a little more. Gurley, like Zeke, was mainly through the holes, made great moves after getting past the line of scrimmage and everything. But I do like that Bijan does a little more.
Dang, bro. Oh man, I'm going Todd Gurley, bro. And I know it sounds like I'm disrespecting Bijan. I'm not, bro. Todd Gurley. Now you can say, oh, he was in McVay's offense, bro. I get it. I get it. But dog, he was so good. I won a fantasy championship with Todd Gurley because that fool was going crazy. I gotta go Todd Gurley, bro.
I won one too with Todd Gurley, bro. I'm going Todd Gurley, man. I take Todd Gurley, a healthy at his peak time, Gurley, bro, that boy was nasty. Arguably one of the best running backs I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah, I think it's really unfortunate that his career got cut short, bro, because he was
Yeah.
so good.
I agree. I'm sad for how his career ended up, but I'm glad he got his money though.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Shady McCoy.
God, bro,
Let's
you making this
talk
hard,
about
bro.
it.
Give me
it.
give me Bijan slightly. McCoy was a stud, but same thing. Bijan could do more catching the ball.
Crazy work.
Oh my, hey bro, you doing me dirty tonight. Oh my God, they're gonna swear to God that it's slander versus Bijan. On True X, the sports junkie hates Bijan. I don't, bro, but I'm gonna take Bijan here. I do like Shady a lot, but I just peak. I don't even think Bijan's hit his peak yet.
Yeah, I agree.
So
but that's the scary part.
I'm just gonna go off of, and I know I should have did that maybe with Gurley and Zeke, but like he said, Gurley was like an MVP type candidate, bro. Zeke is like just special. I think Shady is special, but I'm going Bijan on this one.
I'm going Bijan too, even though I really like Shady.
I like Shady too.
I like Shady. I hate the way his career ended. It didn't end bad, but like he was just like people just kind of throw him away. He got thrown to Tampa, then he finished in Kansas City. Like it was no. I think he got 2 rings out of it though, didn't he? Am I wrong?
But he didn't play a minute in either Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, as good as Shady was, bro, in the league, and I'm not taking the fire. I just say, bro, when I think about Shady McCoy, I think about that night, bro. Pitt versus West Virginia, bro. And West Virginia was supposed to go to the national championship game, and they could not stop Shady McCoy, though. So, yeah, I always think about that.
Man. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. Trying to see who I want to throw up here next, just to kind of throw y'all off a little bit. And somebody I know we're gonna all pick.
Oh, I got Bijan.
Yeah, give me Bijan. No disrespect to Ray Rice.
No, it's not disrespect.
Until he got into trouble he got in, I thought Ray Rice was a really good running back.
Yeah.
But he was one-dimensional, and unfortunately, what he did was at the time where social media was just becoming a big thing, and so he was the first guy to kind of get caught doing what he did. Now you get guys left and right doing this, and they're in the league no matter what. So I feel bad for how his career ended. I know he did what he did, but I'm saying a lot of other guys got second chances, unlike he did. But give me Bijan, bro. Bijan just does way more explosive.
I use that thing. Clear, Bijan. Bijan clears this one. No disrespect to Ray Rice. Everything box office said. But no, Bijan, clear.
Yeah, I take Bijan too, man. Ray Rice, good little running back at his time, but nah, ain't no way.
Oh my God. I'm dropping ice out my mouth, bro. Are you kidding me? Bro, Breeze Holmes was so good, bro.
Dog.
Oh my God. Dang. Hey, boy, you roll for that, C. You roll for that one.
Hey, this is a late interest. You actually just made me put him in this.
Boy, what? I'm so torn on this one, bro. And I can't say push, right?
No push, bro.
Bro, like
this Priest Holmes too, not the one for the Ravens. This Priest Holmes.
Yeah, no. Priest Holmes, bro. People don't give him his flowers like he deserves, bro.
Nah, they don't,
He was
bro.
so good in Kansas City. Dang.
I think Priest Holmes may be the first running back I ever saw hurdle somebody. I think he may be the first person that I saw like that was in his bag. He'll hurdle you. Like he did it often, bro.
Didn't Priest Holmes go to Texas too, huh?
I was about to say two
Yeah.
Texas guys. Yeah.
Man. I feel like no matter which shot I say, I'm gonna feel bad about saying it because, oh my God, I'm gonna say Bijan, but I am not mad at anybody that says Priest Holmes because Priest Holmes may be the most underrated running back, bruh. Because if you say, well, you said Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley only had a few good years, I can understand why you would say Priest Holmes. But man, I'm gonna go Bijan, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go next. Two Texas guys, so there's no answer wrong here for me. When I was growing up watching football, early 2000s, the Chiefs I knew were Trent Green, Priest Holmes, and Tony Gonzalez. That and then later Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Who also had a couple good years.
Really good years, yep.
Yeah.
2 good years. Like made it look like it was just a scheme.
The casuals don't know who Priest Holmes is. The casuals don't know who Larry Johnson is. Like those were really good running backs. But I'm gonna go Bijan. I think he does a little more, and I think his prime is gonna last long.
Yeah. That's what made me push over the top. See, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, Bijan to me will have a bigger gap. I mean, a bigger
Career.
presence for a longer amount of time than Priest did.
I'm going with Priest the Beast. Bruh, I just used to love it's certain players I love to watch. I used to love to watch Priest Holmes play football, bro. And to me, it looked like nobody ever was gonna tackle him. He reminded me of Bo Jackson, bro. That's how good he looked to me. I remember being a kid and thinking that every time Bo Jackson got the ball, he was gonna score. That's how I felt about Priest Holmes. I literally knew it was gonna be a first down when he got the ball. But I'm gonna go with him. And but I'll say that just to now. But I do think that Bijan might have a higher peak because he's not at his peak yet. All right, so here we go. I think we're just gonna take box office out of this one. Probably both of y'all out of this one.
Bijan,
easy.
and I like Kamara. I do, but I just I don't think Kamara is better than Bijan, dog. Not to me. I look. I'm a Saints fan. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. I am a Saints fan. But no, Bijan Robinson. I'm taking Bijan Robinson over Kamara. Shout out to Kamara though.
I'm taking Bijan Robinson because I think he's better at actually running the ball, like a between the tackle running back than Kamara. Surprisingly enough, I know neither one of y'all thought I was gonna say it, but I'll take Bijan as a between the tackle runner. I'll take Kamara catching the ball any day, but
Not mad at that.
running between the tackles, if I need a couple yards right up the middle, I'm going with Bijan. All right, did that to go and get him out the way? Woo!
Another
Bijan.
Texas guy. Another
I'm taking
Texas guy.
Bijan. And I think Jamal Charles is really good, but I'm taking Bijan. He's fast. Jamal Charles had a couple of good years. I get what y'all about to say. I take Bijan.
I think the better question would be Jamal Charles or Kamara. I think that's close. But give me Bijan over Jamal Charles, but I love Jamal Charles. Another Chief that, it seems like the Chiefs just had running back after running back since the year 2000. But give me Bijan, but Jamal Charles was underrated.
That's why it was so hilarious when I played the little dude talking about, man, I ain't never know the Chiefs to have a good running back. I'm like, dog, what? They didn't have nothing but great running backs back to back to back to back. But I'm taking Bijan over Jamal Charles. Same reason as Kamara. Bijan can get you something between the tackles. I don't think I've ever seen Charles pick up more than 2 yards between the tackles, bro. I don't think I ever have, man.
I think he did, but my thing is this.
He had five 1,000-yard rushing seasons.
This what
I think they always on the outside.
This is what I keep telling myself. Bijan to me, and y'all may disagree, is arguably the best running back in football. You can make a case right now. When you put up a guy on the screen, if I don't think at no time did I ever think he was the best running back in the league, he's not going to be over Bijan for me. And that's how I'm really like, in my mind, Jamal Charles wasn't the best running back in the league. Even though he had good years, never thought he was the best running back in the league. Same thing with David Johnson. Maybe Priest Holmes, but you have Marshall Faulk. So, I mean, I can't say that. So yeah, that's how I'm really viewing it in my mind.
But for the most part, all of these players that I put on here, I don't think that they ever were viewed as the best in the league at any time. That was kind of one of the
Zeke at running back. Zeke was.
I thought Todd Gurley was the best running back in the league at his time.
I feel like you could go. I don't know, bro. Like either or, I'm cool with either or. Zeke at one time, his rookie year, bro. I'm like box office. Like he never takes a running back early. I'm taking Zeke.
and I'm saying I don't think that they were. I think there were people on the board that could argue with Zeke and Todd Gurley.
That's what I'm saying. I think as long as it's arguable, like I don't think Jamal Charles was arguably the best back in the league, and he might have had good years, but I didn't think he was like he wouldn't have been the guy that I would have said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take him over everybody else in the league at that time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna piss on my whole argument on what I just said with this last one.
Oh, AP. And that's no disrespect. Now, you're talking about one of the greatest running backs of all time, bro. Like you could make a case that he's top 5, top 3. If you, I mean, depending on because you have to depend if you watched who you watched. Dog, AP just strictly as a running back. Who's running like that, dude? That is in his prime, bro. Give me AP, bro.
Yeah, I agree with X here. We're talking about a top 10 running back ever. And I grew up when I first started watching it at college, it was AP. And what's funny about all this, I ran into AP Oklahoma highlights earlier. And bruh, what a horse. Like just didn't care about contact. Like he was just gonna run like over you, besides you. It didn't matter. AP was a monster. I'm gonna go AP.
And see, I'll push it a little further. Better than anybody you showed us. AP clears all of them.
Yeah,
in my opinion, there's not a person
100% agree. 100% agree. And let me tell you this, bro. That was that I told you about Priest Holmes. He was one of the people that I just love to watch run the football.
Right.
Adrian Peterson is probably the person that I love watching run the football more than anybody else, bro. He was literally my favorite running back of all time. And when the Saints got him, I was like, this is a dream come true, bro. It was a dream come true, bro. And I was like, it took one game for me to be disappointed. And the game one that was against Minnesota, and he couldn't get in that end zone from the one. I said, "Oh, get his ass out here!" No, bro, it's not the same AP, bro. It's not that same AP, bro. I can't take look at him. I don't want to see him like this. That's how I felt. I was like, I don't want to see him like this. And I was like, I literally was about to get a Saints Adrian Peterson jersey until that game. I said, nope, I'm glad I ain't get it, bro. And he was screaming at Sean Payton. I said, he's gone. He's gone. This is over. But he still, to this day, that year he came back and ran for 2,000 yards after tearing his ACL. That's the best performance from a running back I've ever seen, bro. It's like people talk about Walter Payton. I wasn't old enough to watch Walter Payton like that. I've seen highlights, but Walter Payton in highlights ain't got nothing on Adrian Peterson at his peak, bro. I don't care what nobody say about this.
I actually go with you a little bit. Like, I saw Emmitt Smith. I'd take AP over Emmitt Smith. Easy. Like, that's not even no disrespect to Emmitt. I'm taking Adrian Peterson easy. If you remember, I don't know if box office, that was 07. So I don't know if me and box office, maybe we was talking on ESPN. I don't know for sure.
We were on ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, if you remember, even though Jamarcus Russell went to LSU, I was like, boy, the Raiders are stupid, boy. I'm taking Adrian Peterson at 1. What are we doing? If I don't take him, I'm taking Calvin Johnson. There's no way on earth I'm taking Jamarcus Russell over them dudes, bro. They were just too good in college, bro. Like, you just saw they were athletic freaks. The only person I would say, I'm not going to lie to you. So it kind of goes to the Bijan argument. And I know I'm not mad at you, but I'm taking Marshall Faulk over him. And that's not because Marshall Faulk's a better running back. When Marshall Faulk brings to the game, for me,
he does more.
I would take Marshall Faulk over Adrian Peterson. But I'm not mad at you if you take Adrian Peterson. Because just from a running back standpoint, I don't know if there's anybody that's better. In the history of football, just from a strictly, I turn around, hand the ball off to a running back. Bro, Adrian Peterson, bro, is ridiculous.
And people like to bring up Barry Sanders as being the best. Barry was great. But I've just never seen anybody run the ball like a prime Adrian Peterson, bro.
But you ain't never saw nobody run like Barry, neither.
I ain't never seen nobody run like Barry. I was impressed with Barry, though. But I wasn't as impressed. But I think I wasn't as sold on Barry Sanders only strictly because he played for Wayne Fonts and them sorry ass Lions, bro. I was like,
but that's what makes Barry so cool. I think that's a little bit of his myth that you have to remember.
Yeah, I know, but I take that into account too. I think only reason why we thinking he was so good that he was playing with that terrible Lions team and he still would get buckets. Now I know he's better than Emmitt. Like, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna anybody to tell me that Emmitt Smith is better than Barry Sanders. I don't want to argue with you. I don't care nothing about no numbers, right? So it's like I'm like, okay, cool, but I know he was better than like Emmitt. I know but I can't say that he was better than Adrian Peterson. I can't say it.
I ain't mad at that. They're different, so I get what you're saying. I always give you a hard time, but I'm taking Marshall Faulk over everybody, bro. And that's just me. I don't care. I'll go to my grave saying that. Give me Marshall Faulk, and I'm not even thinking twice about it.
And I saw something last night. I just had my YouTube playing in the background when I was like cleaning up or something, and then like a YouTube video came up on I think it's like craziest draft day trades, and the Colts traded Marshall Faulk to the Rams like on draft day. And I think they end up getting Edric James in the draft.
Edric James.
And the Rams got Marshall Faulk and won the Super Bowl. So it was like that was one of the ones that actually worked out for both teams. And I was like, damn, that is true. I forgot. Like I really don't even associate Marshall Faulk with the Colts anymore.
Yeah. And what's crazy is if you remember in that draft, Ricky Williams was in that draft. Everybody thought they was trying to get Ricky Williams. They actually tried to get Edgerrin James. Which they actually won in that. I think they won in that deal.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. But that was one of the things, and that was another time that I was wrong, bro. I remember everybody was talking about how stupid Ditka was for trading that whole draft. And I forgot that he not only traded that whole draft, but a first and second round pick the next draft. for Ricky
I wasn't
Williams.
mad at him neither, bro. Ricky Williams was so good in college.
Bro,
So
I was
good
like,
in college,
I said,
Another
bro,
Texas guy.
bro, I think I might have been the first person that said fuck them pigs. I think I might have been the first person in history to say that because because when we made that trade, bro, I said I ain't gotta watch this draft no more. I'm good. Fuck them pigs, bro. I don't care who we get after that. It didn't matter because I think the year before. Nah, that wasn't the year before that. Damn, I can't even think of the dude's name. I remember one of those years we drafted a running back from Oklahoma, I believe it was, and he didn't even make the roster. And we kept the unrestricted free agent that ended up being our starting running back. Damn, who was it? Is that the year that we got Pierre Thomas?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the year we got Pierre Thomas. Yeah, man. But anyway, bro, I have forgot. I don't even associate Falk with the Colts anymore, bro. Even though
So I watched Marshall Falk. That's exactly why I started watching football. But I never watched Barry. Barry retired before I started watching. But then when I go back and watch like highlights and games of the Barry, bruh, I've never seen someone's hips move like Barry's.
Right.
Like, bruh, like just so he shifted so quickly. Like it was. I'm sorry. I'm taking Barry over any running back
I'm
ever,
not
bro.
mad at that. I'm not. I am not mad
Hey, bro.
at you.
Hey, bro, Barry was playing against a bunch of plumbers, bro.
Come on, bro. Hey, yo.
He was playing whip plum.
Don't listen to that. Dude. Yeah, there you go.
Playing
There
whip
you go.
He was playing with electricians. He wasn't playing with no plumbers, bro. He was playing against a bunch of plumbers, bro. I just said, Barry Sanders.
Barry, wait, hold on, time out. Are you dissing his competition? Because he played in the 90s.
Yeah, I am.
How? See what?
Compared to the athletes, bro. Compared to the athletes today, the 90s athletes they don't know no comparison, bro.
I mean, sure, but like Barry was nasty.
But he made, bro. You talking about the Reggie Whites? I'm not saying he made Reggie, but I'm saying that comes from that era.
The Lawrence
Reggie
Taylors?
White, the Bruce Smith, Lawrence Taylor. Bro, you wildin', see?
Bro,
He didn't play during Bill Russell's days.
Bro, let's put it like this. Barry played at the early 90s to probably like 98, something like that.
Yeah.
Bruh, put Barry in today's NFL. He's not doing
He'd be nasty.
No,
He's not
Shady
doing
did it. Shady McCoy did. He ain't even Barry Sanders.
Bruh. Put Shady McCoy back then.
No, I'm saying Barry's a better version of Shady McCoy. That's what I would compare him to. I would say Barry's a better Shady.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, I say Barry's a better Darren Sproles.
Oh my
What?
God.
What? You're
No, I can't believe he said that. We got viewers on it.
You're walling out, bro.
What?
I'm just saying, man.
Hold on, time out. So you took Bijan over LaShawn, so that means you take Bijan over Barry Sanders.
No, I'm saying that Bijan is a better between the tackles runner. Well, not even of that. I just don't think I didn't say LaShawn was better than Barry. I'm just saying.
You didn't think you thought he was Darren Sproles, bro.
Darren Sproles was nice. I think
he is, but he
not
ain't
Hall of
Barry
Famer, though.
Sanders, bro.
He's not a man, bro. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Come on, Steve, don't do that.
That's who his running style reminds me of. That's who his running Barry's, well, not Barry's running style. Sproles' running style reminds me of Barry Sanders. He does stuff I saw Barry Sanders do.
Bro, I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, I agree, bro. So Barry played 10 years. That fool never had under 1,100 yards in a year, bro.
I know you're gonna say that was their whole offense, and I get that. But
I know,
but dog, Herman Moore was straight.
bro. Hand the ball to Barry Sanders and watch him run, bro. Hand the ball to Barry, bro.
Oh, Scott
see,
Mitchell, that's
so
your
see, is
boy,
Barry
Scotty
Sanders?
Maddox.
To hold on, so see, is Barry? I'm confused, bro. So is Barry Sanders not a top 5 running back all time to you?
He's probably 2.
Oh, but you made it seem like he played
I was
against
lost for a second.
nobody.
I was lost.
No, I'm saying in comparison to Adrian Peterson to me.
Oh, so
I'm saying,
Adrian Peterson's won by a mile.
yeah. I ain't gonna say by a mile, but he's number 1. And
Where's Derrick Henry? Because I know you love Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's probably top 5 to me.
I know you
Just
love him. You love Derrick Henry.
On sheer size, and you can't tackle him.
Hey, pause.
From what I could tell, bro, from what I could tell, Barry's the GOAT.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Derrick Henry in my top 5, and that's no disrespect. That's not disrespect. See, it's just so many, and I'm talking about running backs that I actually saw with my own 2 eyes. I wouldn't put him in my top 5.
I'll say I could probably put him. I for sure he's in my top 10.
I would say Barry, AP, LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk. Those 4. I don't see how somebody takes one of their spots. I just don't.
Yeah, those are only 4. But if I actually sat down, I'm sure I could think of a 5th one that I put before Henry. If I actually sat down and did, and another
5
that
is
I really
so
love.
controversial. 5 it would be hard, but I could pick some. I mean, there's so many guys.
I got one you might not agree with that he's definitely in my top 10 too, but Terrell Davis.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Deuce McAllister, bro. I said,
no, bro. I love Deuce, but no, he's not in the top 10, bro.
And shout out to Deuce, man. Hey, shout out.
I can think of 10. I can think of 10 running backs better than Deuce, bro. Yeah, hell, some of these guys that was on this list today better than Deuce. I
got one for y'all. Bijan or Le'Veon Bell?
Bijan. Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going Le'Veon Bell, bro. At his peak Le'Veon. I'm going Le'Veon.
I'm taking Bijan, but I love Le'Veon's patience.
Now I'm about to say, to me, his patience is second to none.
He's the most patient running back ever.
Yeah, like he is so patient, bro.
Yeah, I think I loved his patience, but I think it only worked with that Pittsburgh team. And that right there, that just shows me that it's not him. It's just it was a perfect storm. It was a perfect storm of where he was and at that time in the offense. But he went to the Jets, then he went to the Chiefs, and he couldn't even get on the field for the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Jets.
Well, I'm going peak. I'm going that, and you're right. You can make the argument that it was system. I get that, but he was so good in college too, bro. And I know that. I know that we're not talking about college. I know college is a totally different thing, but bro, he was so good at Michigan State.
He was
so good. So like his peak years in the NFL, bro. I wasn't surprised by it. He was so good at Michigan State.
Let me show you on this list who I take over him. Him.
Hell no,
bro. Bro, hey, we gonna wrap this show up, bro.
Him.
Oh my God. Hey, he's completely lost for the night, bro. Darren Sproles is Barry Sanders. You got me.
Hey man,
I'm so lost right now.
I was baffled by that one.
I said Barry was better, but I said the style of running back.
Nah, I'm giving you a hard time, bro.
I've never
right there. You're looking at the best running back in history right there.
That's your opinion. Hey, shout out to you. That's your opinion. I disagree, but that's all right. You got the number right. Just the wrong But let me get to the shout outs, man. I ain't playing with y'all no more, man. I know we all got work in the morning, bro. Hey, y'all boys wildin'. I do want to say on here, man, shout out to everybody out there, man. But shout out to my brothers, man. Shout out to everybody on the internet. It's true, your boy is now the assistant principal at Lafayette Renaissance Charter Academy. I wanted to announce it last week we was on, but I had to wait. But yep, so appreciate everybody that reached out to me, man. I swear, like it was really overwhelming. I don't think, bro, for my birthday, nobody ever wishes me that many birthdays or anything that I ever had in my life. It was so overwhelming, but I definitely appreciate the support. But I gotta go out there and execute now. I gotta make LRCA the best school it could possibly be, along with the rest of the leadership team and the rest of the teachers at our school. We have some tremendous ones. So again, thank y'all. But the work is just beginning. Thank y'all for tonight, man. I just smacked y'all around again, like I always do. Don't take it personal. Y'all still my brothers, man. I still love y'all. Hearts in the chat. Look, hearts in the chat. Oh, yeah, that's right. And go Tigers.
I'll go next. I'll actually be on a work trip next week, so I won't make it next week. So y'all hold it down. But send me the topics ahead of time, so I can at least send you all my predictions, and y'all can share it on the show. I would congratulate X on his new role, but he doesn't answer my text messages, so he ain't getting the congratulations. And C, I think you need to head to sleep after disrespecting Barry Sanders. But anyways, y'all hold down next week. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hook 'em.
Oh, Lord.
All right, man. Last of the shout outs, I'll go to my family, Victoria, Christian, Aaliyah. With Daddy, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. And to my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And the Pep House babies, Marcel, Carter Bryan, and Azaria Grace Bryan. Pep love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second. And to everybody tuned in tonight, appreciate y'all. Love y'all too. See y'all next week. Boot up and shut up. Now talk about.
Yeah, we out. Peace. Go Tigers.
Who that?
Ah, yeah.